Today is brought to you by Target Zero with the goal of eliminating traffic fatalities in Washington by 2030. Take the pledge today. Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your ClarkCountyToday.com video update for Monday, April the 5th. Well, Congresswoman Jaime Herrera Beutler visited Vancouver's Tower Mall vaccination and testing site today for a tour with pharmacists. Here's Jacob Granneman with more on that.
After touring the vaccination site with pharmacists and staff, the Congresswoman spoke about the process of advocating for better vaccine allocation for Southwest Washington, as well as witnessing encouraging progress.
So, every region is unique. I advocate, Southwest Washington is in the middle of two major metro areas, right? They get a lot of attention. Portland gets a lot of attention, Seattle gets a lot of attention. And we don't have, our media base, except for local, is mostly in those areas. And so for us, I think it's to draw that attention and focus, pulling together as a group and as a county, advocating to the state and saying, wait a minute, there's money here. This is a population center. I have other counties that were in similar boats, and we're starting to see it go up in every single piece. And I think it's because we had to advocate. We have a better hand in really fighting the disease. I mean, it's been all hands on deck for over a year now, and throwing everything that we can at it. This really feels like we're finally taking some ground. And it was fun to see people happy to get a shot. I don't know about you, but I don't like shots, and I bet you most people don't, so seeing them happy to come and get this is a step in the right direction. It's encouraging. But you know what it is? Nobody's excited about getting a shot. We're excited about getting back to normal, and that's the point. I don't know about you, but I am so over this pandemic, and anything we can do to move us forward, get our businesses moving, get our kids back in school, this is a huge part of that goal.
All right, thanks for that report, Jacob. Clark County Public Health reported 141 new cases of COVID-19 over the weekend for an average of 47 per day. That's a slight continuing increase over the 45 cases per day average last week. One additional death was also reported, bringing us to 243 deaths, 25 of which are still listed as suspected deaths. Active cases, meaning people in their 10-day isolation period, rose to 302. Hospitalizations, though, held steady with 20 confirmed and one suspected case, taking up just over 3.5% of bed space. Well, last Friday at a press conference in Vancouver after touring the Tower Mall vaccination site, Washington Governor Inslee was asked a question from Clark County Today through a pool reporter with KOIN TV. In case you missed it, editor Ken Vance had some thoughts on what the governor had to say. Here's Ken.
At the end of Governor Inslee's visit to Vancouver Friday, the governor took time to answer a few questions from the media. The governor's staff indicated that in order to accommodate COVID-19 restrictions, only invited media outlets were allowed to attend. KOIN TV was selected as a television pool reporter for the media scrum. I had one important question for the governor, and I'm thankful that the KOIN TV reporter was able to ask Governor Inslee my question. I wanted to hear the governor's thoughts on the efforts of Representative Vicki Kraft and other Republican lawmakers in the state to put an end to his emergency powers before the end of the current legislative session. The governor stated emphatically, that bill is going nowhere because people understand we still have a problem in our state. He said that referring to COVID. The governor went on to talk about the rapidly accelerating vaccination program and about how many lives he believes have been saved by his efforts and restrictions. We will never know if it was a coincidence, but that was the last question the governor took before abruptly ending Friday's media scrum. For the past year, citizens have called on Inslee to lessen the restrictions he has placed on businesses and residents of the state. Lawmakers have also fought Inslee's ability to hide behind his own emergency orders to unilaterally manage the crisis with seemingly no input from the members of the Washington State Legislature. It's long past time for folks other than just the governor to have an input into how this crisis is being managed.
All right, thanks for that, Ken. In business news, people craving high-end milkshakes can circle June on their calendars. That's when the Yard Milkshake Bar plans to open their 12th location at the Vancouver Waterfront. The business, which was featured on the ABC show Shark Tank in 2019 features over-the-top ice cream creations known as the Freak Shake, which include whole pieces of cake, brownies, donuts, or even cotton candy on top of a mason jar filled with one of nearly 24 ice cream milkshake flavors. They also have 8 edible cookie dough flavors, as well as more than 60 toppings. The 1,500 square foot location will be on the ground floor of the Murdoch building near the Waterfront Pier. For details, check out our story at clarkcountytoday.com. Well, it was the end of a weird COVID season, as one football player described it. Paul Valencia has highlights from the Mountain View win over Heritage.
The end of the abbreviated high school football season saw Mountain View win a league title while Heritage looked to the future. Mountain View senior Kevin Chen with one of his 2 touchdowns. Mountain View senior quarterback Riley McCarthy refused to be denied. McCarthy ended up with 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 touchdown passes to Davis Delmage. Heritage has a bright future. Here's sophomore Caden Bolds. When it was over, players from both sides celebrated this season. To the top, Mountain View, to the top.
Yes, sir.
Good job on 3. 1, 2, 3. To the top! All right, thanks for that, Paul. Hey, finally, this afternoon, more than 1,300 of you responded to our poll question this past week, where we asked whether you're in favor of Clark County schools returning to 5-day-a-week in-person learning. Almost 71% of you said yes. 378 of you, or 30% or so, felt schools were rushing things a bit. Today, you can find a brand new poll at clarkcountytoday.com. The question, Senate Bill 5144, under consideration in the Washington legislature, would prohibit government agencies, including schools, employers, and any business that serves the public, from discriminating against people who've chosen not to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Do you agree or disagree with that idea? You can sound off by visiting our website, and you can also share your thoughts about the matter on our Facebook page, Twitter, and even Instagram. Hey, if you have a news tip or a story suggestion, you can shoot those to news@clarkcountytoday.com. And that's the stories we're following for you. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.